Welcome. I will introduce Ada, my AI assistant.
It is an honor to help Dr. Dadkamp.
Ada, how much butt shall we kick today?
Today we shall kick 1 metric ton of glorious, spackling, universe-quaking butt.
Outstanding. Activate intro sequence.
Let's do it, boss.
Great. Set the course and punch it.
Initiating warp sequence.
Let's make it happen.
I'm right on it, Dr. Dadkamp.
Welcome. Wednesday, July 22nd, email from Lou to siblings.
Boys, how are all of you lately? Bill, how was Boston? Why just one day? It's been a while since I've been there. In fact, I was only there for one day during interviews, so I didn't do anything interesting. We saw Rose/Eric and Jacob this week. He is cuter every time I see him. Now walking around getting into trouble, etc. Mom, Mark, and Joe will be over for dinner with me tomorrow. We'll go out somewhere around here. Divorce proceedings continue. Initial papers are filed, and during the next 90 days Julie and I have to decide how to divide what little we own and owe. I will probably keep the house, since it's closer to where I work, and Julie will get an apartment closer to her work. After 90 days we each have our lawyers file an affidavit to the court, and the divorce is finalized rather quickly if we have reached agreement on the property division, which I think we will. Julie will probably move out in the next 2 weeks if she finds a place. Well, see ya. Lou.
July 25th, 1998. Journal entry. Screw rhinoplasty. That's over. This boy stays put, baby. Yesterday, Friday, I went on a picnic with Jill at Blank Park. It was great being with her. We saw a huge family of wild turkeys and a deer. July 26th, Sunday. We're talking about going to the beach next weekend, overnight Saturday, Sunday. I met Jill, must be pronounced with a blank, otherwise it is blank, about a month ago. Recently at the picnic, she asked me, "Where did you come from?" in such a way, with disbelief, as if I had dropped from heaven all of a sudden. I need to ask her this weekend about her previous guy, when she was drinking with her friends and it might have gotten out of hand. Planner entry that starts July 26th through September of 1998. On Sunday the 26th, I saw Out of Sight with Lou and Joe. Planner week of July 27th. Jackie and Jeremy got married. Work schedule. Far More by Gel Q-Tips. Sun TV alarm clock. Friday, July 31st, a note going to Baltimore, dinner at Jill's at 9 p.m. Saturday, August 1st, Baltimore Zoo and Ethiopian dinner. And return Sunday the 2nd of August. Monday, July 27th, email to Jill. Subject, the toast is coast. The coast is toast, winky face. Hi, what kind of outfit is this? I can't wait to see it. I don't think I've seen you in a skirt. I think you'd look sexy in one. Maybe you can put on a short one for me on Friday and we have a drink and a toast. What do you say? I was wondering what you're up to on a day like today. I have a travel agency membership that boasts it can give me discounts. They might be able to book us a hotel night at the beach. I'll ask them for locations, somewhere along the coast near Baltimore, hopefully. This Friday I will surprise you. Just keep that in mind. It might be real good. Just a hint, I will look just the same as ever before. Maybe I'll dress extra cool, but that's it. You'll find out. I saw a good movie yesterday, Out of Sight, with George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez. Also Samuel L. Jackson. It was cute and entertaining. That's why it reminded me of you. Smiley face. Talk to you soon, Mark. Email to Chaz and siblings. Subject, Fujimori cumple 60. Hoy es el 60th birthday de Fujimori. Escuché en la radio. Woohoo, Mark. Tuesday, July 28th. Email to Jill. Subject, are you related to blank? Just kidding. Now I have two sort of questions for you. I will still ask them this weekend. Just two hints. The movies Higher Learning and Terminator. That's really cryptic, so don't even bother trying to decipher them. But those will remind me about the questions. I'm looking forward to seeing you Friday, in your nice apartment with your stuff moved in, and your 20,000 toasty outfits. You might just have to model a few thousand of those for me. Oh boy. I will bring your City of Angels CD too. Hope the dermatologist prescribed my kisses. Kisses, Mark. Tuesday, July 28th. Email from Jill.
Hi. I can't wait to see you. I haven't really worn a skirt in a long time, but we'll see what we can find. How does a candlelit dinner under my chandelier sound? Can you call me right before you leave so I know when to expect you? I wouldn't want the candle to melt down and burn the tablecloth. Smiley face. You know, that never previously viewed toasty outfit looks different now than I remember it. It's a bit frilly for my current taste, but nice anyway. I'm intrigued by this new look that you're promising me. Did you get a haircut? Did you dye it purple? Did you shave your eyebrows? I'm also intrigued by these questions that you have for me. What could I possibly have to do with the Terminator? Are you going to ask me to wear black leather and carry a bazooka? I like it when you surprise me early in the morning. It gives a really nice start to my day. Smiley face. I miss your sexy lips. Love. Jill.
Wednesday, July 29th. Email from Libsib. That's Lou. Subject, phone number change. Hey boys, we are switching to an unlisted number effective 7 p.m. today. The new number is blank. Lou. Wednesday, July 29th. Email to Jill. Subject, the beach. I'm looking forward to having couscous spelling with you on Friday. Yum. I read some of the tour book today, and so far 2 places in Maryland look good. Assateague and Deep Creek Lake. They are at extreme opposites of Maryland. Each offers a lot. The nice thing about DCL, Deep Creek Lake, is it is higher and cooler, especially good since we've had our fair share of heat at amusement park already. I'll read up some more though. I felt like calling you today. Someone told me 800 collect can be as cheap as 10 cents per minute for the receiving party. Oh well, at any rate, I'll call you tonight. Miss ya, Mark. Email from Libsib on how to impress a woman. Feminist propaganda posing as funny. Thursday, July 30th. Email to Jeff. Hi, Jeff. I got your email from an alumni internet site. Maybe you remember me. We were lunch buddies at blank in 91 to 92. I also remember Margie, Kelly, and Keith. How have you been? Let me know what you're up to. Are you in NASA? I think you wanted to do something like that. I'm at blank. I graduated BS in biology and I'm doing blank research. Well, take care, Mark. Thursday, July 30th. Email to Jill. Subject, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of toast. Smiley face. Have you heard of a club in Baltimore called Hammerjacks? A coworker told me he was there many years ago, so we're wondering if it's still there. You know, the Baltimore scene might be good, even better than crashing the overcrowded beach. See, everyone's flocking the beach at this time of year. I miss you a ton. Sigh. I'm smiling now. I wish I could kiss you right now. To wish impossible things. Mark. Friday, July 31st. Email from Jill.
Your Jack and Jill thing cracked me up. People at the library now think I'm insane. Smiley face. If you changed your name to Jack, we would be a real conversation piece. Okay, I hope you get this soon because I have something important to tell you. I woke up this morning and immediately had this realization that I gave you the wrong number yesterday. There were 2 numbers on the card and I meant to give you the shorter one. Here's the one that will actually work, blank. The other part is the same. They finally gave me a storage unit today, so all of the junk is cleared out. It looks pretty cool, but still kinda bare. Maybe we could stencil the walls or do one of those weird body painting things. Could get messy. Smiley face. I'm on my way to Michelle's apartment to make sure no water pipes have burst in the past 2 weeks. I hate going there. It reminds me too much of my old apartment. Luckily she'll be back soon. Maybe I'll only have to check in once or twice more. That old roll of film should be ready to be picked up in a few hours. If I recall correctly, there should be an unprepared picture of you on my couch when I screwed up the timer. I wonder if it's going to be something I should send into Letterman. I wish we had taken more picture. I never think of it at the time, but always wish I had them later. I'm finally going to have a picture of you to put on my nightstand. Smiley face, smiley face. I'm going to finish preparing now. Pick up a few things at the store, attempt to fix my vacuum, decide where to put all my millions of candles. You won't recognize the place. It's going to just scream toast. Have a safe drive and don't get any speeding tickets. Smiley face. Love. Jill.
Planner week of Monday, August 3rd. 5:50 p.m. I won 1 pair of Matchbox 20 tickets. DAT book due. That's a dental admission test prep book. Joe and I did a workout, likely at the gym. Work schedule. Monday, August 3rd, email to Jill. Subject, Manic Monday, Bengals. Hi, I figured I'd tell you about my trip back before I start work. Nothing bad happened. I recall having fun speeding in the Turnpike Tunnel. Since it was long, I entered doing 65 mph, then sped up to 80 in the fast lane, yes, and slowed down before exiting in case the fuzz was there. That was sort of fun. The fuzz buster did come in handy. I spotted 2 cops on Sunday thanks to it. Phew. I forgot to take my black pants and a gray shirt I left in your closet. It's funny, when I put them there, I thought in the back of my mind, I might forget these, but I'll try not to. My other email didn't work today, so I'm using this one. I had a great weekend. I feel at peace and ready for action. I feel like I need to work out very soon, like today. On the road, I had 2 cans of Diet Cola because I was getting sleepy. I had some Snickers bars, and I even stopped for 2 gorditas at blank. Yo quiero taco Jill. All right, talk to you later. XO Mark. Monday, August 3rd. Email to Lou the Libsib. Back in the lab? Cool. I was going to call you last night. I got in at 10:30 and figured it might be late since you worked today. How about lunch today? I'll tell you about my trip. It was great. Things turned out good and I'm getting to spend more time with Jill. We went to the zoo and ate Ethiopian food. I'll call your lab around lunchtime or call me. Let me know via email if you cannot make it to lunch today. Mark. Same day, email from Libsib. Sure, let's eat around 12 to 1. Page me. Monday, August 3rd, email from Jill.
Hi. This is so cool. I am a couple blocks away from my apartment right now at Sophie's place fooling with this computer that she insisted did not work. So I reconfigured the modem commands and here we are. Maybe I should visit her more often now so I don't have to email at blank. Smiley face. What time did you get home? Sounds like a fun drive. I wish my car would do 80. Oh. Sophie's coming back. I better scroll down so she doesn't see that idiot comment at the top. Smiley face. Anyway, I had fun at dinner with Amy and Radhames and some other people. I wish you could have come. I'd love for you to meet them. They're the kind of people that you feel like you've known forever after one visit. My friends here in Baltimore want to meet you too. Ellen is quite a people person. Maybe next time we could do lunch or something, not too time consuming. We have to make plans in advance. Otherwise we won't make the effort. Smiley face. I kind of like having your clothes in my closet. It makes me think you're there. I did find another little surprise under my pillow this morning. I was stretching out and my hand ran into this little square envelope. It was an amusing start to my day. By the way, Lizard didn't fall out of bed last night. I had such a great weekend with you. Do you think we should make an effort to do some more extracurricular activities? It was really great and I know it won't be like that forever, but it is pretty pathetic to think that we woke up yesterday at 6:45, and for the 11 hours until you left we were in bed except to eat and go to Rite Aid. I guess that's something to brag about. Smiley face. I love the picture of you and Jacob. Maybe I'll make a little mark collage. Hey, I never listened to your demo tape. Sounds like fun. I've never been too adept at keyboard instruments. The most I can really do is play for Elise, Beethoven. People are rather impressed by it, but what I don't tell them is that I learned it by ear when I was about 7 years old. And it's the only cool thing I can play. And it's by ear, so if you put the music in front of me I would be lost. Blah blah blah. I brought some cheesecake over here to Sophie's place. It goes really well with her cherry coffee. Yum. Sophie is making some serious fun of me now. She thinks it's hilarious that I just saw you all weekend and am still writing you a book on email. I guess that was a hint to get off the computer. Smiley face. I need to go grocery shopping and stock up on some more toast. Okay, I'll talk to you tonight. Love. Jill. P.S. That hickey went away really fast. Do you still have yours? I guess that part isn't as damageable. Oh well. I still have your clothes. Tongue sticking out.
Monday, August 3rd. Email to Jill. Okay, I'm at work, but I have time to kill. It's neat that you can check email at Sophie's. I suppose it gives you an excuse to hang with her, even if it is to send me your email book chapters. Look at it this way. She should be grateful that you figured out, hey, I enjoy reading your email if it's long. As long as you wrote it. People are walking by and might say, hey, that doesn't look like science. Sometimes we pick on each other like that when we're goofing off. It's cruel, but we're used to the abuse. I got home at 10:30 last night. On the way over, I listened to my Bill Cosby tape and the dentist part really cracked me up. It's so cool to listen to a good stand-up comedian on a road trip because you don't get sick of music. It's great. I would have liked to join you and your friends for dinner. I'm certain I don't see my friends as often as you see yours, but for instance, my cousin is coming on the 14th, so I might plan some activities so you can meet her. The rest of the time, I just wing it. Bad habit. At what time did you return home yesterday from your fun dinner? Regarding my clothes in her closet, kind of the invisible man concept. Was the square envelope empty? And what was Lisa doing last night? We'll be together in 2 weeks, and I'll plan some fun things for us to do. These will be our next extracurricular activities. I have the remnants of a hickey, so it's not completely gone yet. Is yours? That's something. Your bruises are easy come and persistent, but hickeys vanish more quickly on you than bruises. Just a couple more things I wanted to share. If you have internet access, you might be interested in checking out my website at blank. It sounds like an advertisement, but I have some neat stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to hear the jokes. I took some damage a while ago, but now my friends find some of my links useful and the content inspiring. Well, talk to you tonight. I seldom run out of toast. I guess that's something to brag about. I keep it in stock regularly. Mark. Monday, August 3rd. Email from Jill.
Hi. I'm just about to leave Sophie's place. I have killed way too much time today and need to do some laundry. All those towels. Sophie doesn't have internet capabilities here, but I'll be downtown Wednesday morning for those allergy tests, so I can stop by the library and check out your website. Sounds exciting. Mine was pretty lame, so I took it down. I just didn't feel like I had anything interesting to say in it that would be worthy of world access. Smiley face. The little square envelope was unused, by the way. Don't worry. Lizard was quite the gentleman. The dog at Amy's friend's place last night was another story though. I think maybe I had this massive overdose of pheromones emanating from my being and this dog just would not leave me alone. It climbed up and just laid on top of me for about an hour until I started sneezing and had to leave. I got home around midnight. I was exhausted. Then I got up around 8:30 this morning. No alarm clock or anything. I think you inspire healthy habits in me. Smiley face. Okay, I better run. I really am going to buy that toast now. I'll have to teach Sophie to finger accounts so she can tell me when I have new mail. I'll be making regular trips over here. Smiley face. Talk to you soon. Love. Jill.
Monday, August 3rd. Email from Bill. Tuesday, August 4th. Email from Jill.
Hi. I popped over to Sophie's place in the middle of my run. It's the first time I've worked out since I moved in here and I found that it's the best place to run. I actually enjoy it. The city is just totally uninspiring, and back in blank there were really steep hills in my area. And I hate treadmills. So this was really great. Of course I only ran a half-mile before getting here, but you have to start somewhere I guess. Smiley face, I'll run back after I check the classified ads in her paper. I'm such a mooch today. How are your dad and brother? Did you guys stay up and gab until dawn? Or is that a girl thing? I'm actually getting much better with my sleeping schedule. I was in bed by midnight last night. Thinking of you of course. It's really cool that your cousin is coming to visit for the weekend. You must have a pretty close family. Granted, all of my cousins are under the age of 11, but I have some second cousins my age that live in New York and California that we just don't know that well. We see them at weddings and once in a blue moon at a family reunion and we all have a good time, but we rarely visit. I think I need to make a bunch of phone calls today to find out about my options. Maybe I should make an appointment with the career counseling people at Hopkins. You know, I think I sounded a bit more dismal last night than things really are. I don't want you to think I'm going to be homeless or something. I was just counting on not having any more menial labor jobs. I would be able to make it, it's just that there would be no point to it. I would hate what I'm doing, hate Baltimore, and be frustrated at myself. So it's not that I would be in serious condition, but my life would be totally pointless. There is nothing for me here if I'm not in school, and even that is doubtful considering what I've experienced so far. Yada yada, enough of that. So are you only applying to blank or are you somewhat considering other places? I know you were kind of curious about University of Maryland at one point. My brain feels like it's on another planet all of a sudden. Maybe because I haven't eaten anything yet today. I think I'll go raid Sophie's fridge before I sit down with the job listings. Smiley face, once again may I say what a mooch I am today. I wonder if Sophie has toast in her kitchen. If it's there I will find it. I'm on a mission. I miss you. My sheets smell like lavender sigh. Love. Jill.
Tuesday, August 4th. Email to Jill. Subject, kazoos and jaw harps. Hey now. Okay, excuse the weird subject, but I was wondering if you ever played those instruments. I think they're fun. Kazoos make crazy buzzing tones, and jaw harps are sort of redneckish country, boing-sounding string instruments. What a description. I might be interested in getting some at a flea market or the like. Then I'd be all woohoo for a while. Then I'd toss them in a box. Anyway, that's not too important. I just wanted to say hello and tell you that my favorite picture of you is the recent one because it's recent, of course. Then the one with light blue background with you wearing a red dress with a tall collar. XO. Sigh. I carry that one in my wallet. Love, Mark. Tuesday, August 4th. Email from Jill.
You carry a picture of a 17-year-old girl in your wallet? Do you think it still looks like me? Cool. Okay, actually my family has this old tape from when I was, 6 years old, doing a rendition of Flying Purple People Eater on the kazoo. It's pretty nifty. But I've never played the jaw harp. I have this cute little heart-shaped picture frame. It's tiny, but just big enough to cut out our picture and fit it in there. Oh, that was some pitiful art. Okay, I have to run. I just came by to drop off some stuff to Sophie. Love. Jill. P.S. Did you watch those old Julie Andrew movies? Remind me to tell you about this girl that does impersonations.
Wednesday, August 5th. Email from Jill. Wednesday, August 5th. Email to Jill. Subject, lightning thoughts. I thought up something to tell you in 5 seconds. Kind of a whole story. How bizarre. It'll take much longer to verbalize. Well, it's kind of stupid, but here it goes. As I heat up my lunch, which I set for 3 minutes, I realize I'm going to eat it alone. I both hate the idea of eating alone tucked away in a corner, but at the same time I think it is good. I don't want to ask people, hey, let's eat, because they might be busy. Fear of rejection, maybe? Nah, I just don't feel like taking the initiative this time. Besides, a lot of people say, sure, while they're thinking, oh my god, how did I get into this? And that sort of gets to me. Time out. It is now 3 hours later. I had to postpone writing my message because duty called. Not duty, duty. Okay, now it's 4 p.m. and I feel real blah. I was moving my stuff from one lab to the newer lab. Time out. It is now the day after, at noon. This message is all chopped up. I just read your last email where you told me about the Germans breeding blondes, and you're right, it doesn't make much sense. Sounds interesting. If you can explain it, please do. I ate toast today. Reading my message above, it looks like a diary. Wow. Okay, I'm going to send this and reread your messages to get an idea of something good to tell you. Bye for now. XO Mark. Wednesday, August 5th, email to Jill, subject a quick one. Hi, that subject header doesn't mean anything in particular. You were asking about my dad and bro. Yeah, we were gabbing for a while, but not too long because I said goodnight. It's funny, I'm the only one with a 9-to-5 job, so they can enjoy the nightlife. Whimper. They probably carried on without me. Yesterday we were eating dinner, nothing fancy like the nice dinner you made, and so I had my dad try some of your light cheesecake. We ate it with low-fat ice cream for dessert, like 15% calories from fat, so it gives us a nice excuse to indulge an amount. I ate toast today. In retrospect, this was funny. Now don't be offended, but I told my dad you made it. So we were eating, BSing. I asked him if he liked it. He said no. Joe was laughing in a loud, typical way. See, my dad likes to joke around a lot. He was just displaying yet another example of his grumpy humor. After all, he ate it all up. I also finished mine, thinking that the fact that you made it gives it an extra flavor boost. Call it tasty, or even toasty. Ah, that was amusing. Okay, I better go eat. My previous message about the lunch thing was gloomy. Today I feel like eating with people. Yay! I'm applying to blank definitely. I haven't decided which other schools yet, but I would decide among Temple, Penn, both in Philly, U of Maryland, and Virginia. I'm going to do a practice entrance test, which means I have to sit down for a few hours and simulate the exam, then score it and check out my weak points and study those areas. I'm pretty confident though. This break from school has not made me forget my knowledge, yet it has given me a sort of enhanced streetwise edge. I've grown as a person, and so I feel even better prepared to meet challenges compared to a fresh college graduate. Blah, blah, blah. I went to bed yesterday, but I had to put your picture on my night table by my alarm clock. Well, this message is getting too long. See ya, Mark. P.S. A quick one turned out to be a not-so-quick one. Wednesday, August 5th, email from Jill.
Hi. I'm so offended that your dad didn't flip over my cheesecake. Sophie and I just walked to a track out at a high school really nearby here and did a couple miles. Now I'm dying to take a shower, but we'll have to settle for a sponge bath that avoids my upper back. Wish you were here. I have something to tell you. I bought you a card the other day and sat down last night intending to write something cute inside it. Well, an hour later I looked down at it and realized that it had turned into this amazing poem, and I was totally shocked because I've never written a poem in my life and I hate writing, letters and email notwithstanding. I considered not sending it to you for fear that A, it would scare you. B, it might be amateur and pitiful, or C, both of the above. But seeing as I wrote it for you, I wanted to send it even if it does make me nervous. As you know, I can be insecure about sharing feelings and creativity, but just the fact that I wrote it in the first place, even though writing it wasn't even a conscious decision, must mean that you're bringing out parts of me that I've never seen before. I thought that was really cool, and that's why I decided that I definitely had to send it to you, so I'm going to mail it today. Just wanted to warn you. Okay, back to mundane things. Did you find people to eat lunch with? If I had a jet, I would fly in for a quick picnic. What did Joe think of my cheesecake? I'm very flattered that you shared my experimentation with your family. Alright, I better go. I have to make some more temp job phone calls today. I had some pretty humorous experiences already this morning involving various scams that I didn't get dragged into. Hope you're not too sore from moving, and I hope your cells don't get homesick for the old lab. You may have to surround them with familiar objects and visit them more frequently to squelch their fear of abandonment. But don't give them any toast. They can't handle your toast. I can. Love. Jill.
Wednesday, August 5th, email to Jill. Subject, good news for the weekend. Woohoo. Hey, did you get me a card? Aw, that's cute. Can't wait to see it. Email is so awesome. We can just blah blah whenever and however long we want to. The good news is as follows. I called up the radio station to see if I could win a pair of concert tickets, and I did. I could not believe it. I've only won CDs from radio stations before, but this is big. They're supposed to mail them to me soon, so if you'd like to go with me. Wouldn't this be your first rock concert? All right. It's Matchbox 20. They sing, I Want to Push You Down, Well I Will, Well I Will. And I think a couple more are known. Wow, sounds like you're getting back on track with exercise. Way to be. I did too yesterday. My dad, Lou, Joe, and I went to play tennis and soccer. We had an awesome doubles match going. I played with my dad and we won. Then I played with Lou and we won. Hint, hint. I think I was focused, so I made the team win. We made jokes and had a lot of fun. Then we went to the soccer field and practiced corner kicks and dribbling. That was kind of pathetic compared to the last time when only Joe and I went to the field. That time we encouraged each other so much we were amazed at the stuff we were doing. Yesterday we all just sucked. All right, better get back to work. Miss you, Mark. A greeting card sent from Jill to Mark from Baltimore.
August 5th, 1998. Dear Mark, I miss you more with every hour. My state of mind not within my power. Over me your presence may tower. Yet I feel no fear from which to cower. I remember the shine of your familiar smile. No matter that I've not seen it for a while. I lift the phone and begin to dial. As I try to forget each extended mile. The distance cannot make me forget your face. It comes with me to every place that I go to, even if in haste. As if within my soul encased. When I think of you my heartbeat skips. And I long to kiss your beautiful lips. My barriers begin to slip. When I'm held safely in your comforting grip. The seams of the universe may begin to tear. Yet I could not avert my eyes from your stare. For a gaze from you has made me aware of a life and of a love so rare. XO, love, Jill.
Thursday, August 6th, email from Jill.
Yay! My first concert. So when is it? Saturday night? Now does this mean it's just the two of us, or did you get more tickets to entertain your cousin? That Matchbox 20 song sounds familiar. That's good. I'm terrible with song titles and group names. But don't worry, I remember your name and that's all that counts. Courtney and Steve came for dinner last night. We had a good time even though my dinner wasn't that great. I tried another new recipe from that cookbook and it was kinda blah. So we ate lots of brownies afterwards. And Courtney made this great guacamole dip. Steve always gets off easy without doing anything because he's just the boyfriend of the guest. By the way, they saw your picture and Courtney thinks you're a stud. She was also impressed by the roses. Their days are just about over now, but they still have a tiny bit of life left. I wish I knew how to dry them and make art out of them. I really need stuff on my walls. And they would remind me of you. I ate toast today. So you play tennis too? I wish I could play tennis. It's funny. Sophie and I were just talking about that yesterday. It looks like a lot of fun once you're good at it, but in the process of getting good at it, all you do is chase a bunch of balls around and that severely frustrates me. It's that impatient thing coming out again. I'm also impatient to see you. I have to go into Phillips now to check my weekend schedule and then make sure I'm off for next weekend, so I figured that maybe I'll work while I'm there if someone wants to go home. A few extra bucks right now would be a very good thing. Plus afternoons during that week are so much less annoying and hectic. I hear Sophie coming back. She wasn't here when I got here, but she gave me keys to her apartment so I could check email whenever I want. I hope I don't scare her. I should have left the door open. Boo. I do think I scared her cat. He sat on the monitor for a while until he decided that it was okay for me to be here. Now I'm sneezing. I wish I wasn't allergic to animals. Boo-hoo. Monica Lewinsky is testifying today and Sophie is pretty excited. I personally refuse to give this case the time of day. It's not like I voted for Clinton on the basis of what I think of his romantic life. Alright, time to go to work. Smiley face, XO. Love. Jill.
Thursday, August 6th, email to Jill and one to Libsyn. To Jill, hi, I escaped from work to go to the library with the excuse of getting an article, but also to reply to your message. The concert is Saturday night and... Snip snip, grr, XO, Mark. Thursday, August 6th, email to Libsyn. Tennis at 7 p.m., okay? Loquillo, I stopped at the lab and Binny said you had just stepped out, 10 a.m. Joe and I watched Rocky 3 last night. Needless to say, we're going to the gym today. After I'm done with work around 4:30, I'm going to meet him and then get home at 7. Okay? Later, Mark. Thursday, August 6th, email from Jill.
Hi. I just got back from work a little while ago. You have to go to the library to get your email at work? I'm confused. I thought the computer was there all the time. Anyway. I can't wait to go to the concert. Is there any special attire that I should wear? Black leather? Spike heels? Chains? Maybe we should get matching tattoos. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of a different kind of concert. I feel like calling you tonight. I hope you're going to be home a little bit later. I miss hearing your voice even if I do email you all the time. Love. Jill.
Friday, August 7th, email to Jill. Yo, that means I in Spanish. She had asked, "You have to go to the library to get your email at work? I'm confused." I thought the computer was there all the time. I reply, "It is, but instead of looking like an email freak all the time at work, looks bad, and since I had to get an article at the library, I decided to write to you from the library instead." At the time, the article was of minor importance, meaning I could get it whenever, but the desire to write to you was stronger. So I killed two birds with one stone. As far as concert attire goes, if you have black leather, heels, and chains, you go, girl. Actually, save those for later. I'm still going to wear normal stuff and not look too much like a freak. Freak being my operative word today. Although maybe I'll use a Kool-Aid envelope mix and dye my hair purple Saurus Rex or lemonade-ishus. Pop Mark. P.S. That was a kiss. Friday, August 7th. Email from Libsib. A joke forward.
One day, after a long time alone in the Garden of Eden, Adam calls out to God, "Lord, I have a problem." "What's the problem, Adam?" God replies, "Lord, I know you created me and have provided for me and surrounded me with this beautiful garden and all of these wonderful animals, but I'm just not happy." "Why is that, Adam?" comes the reply from the heavens. "I guess I'm lonely." "Well, Adam, in that case I have the perfect solution. I shall create a woman for you." "What's a woman, Lord?" "She will be the most intelligent, sensitive, caring, and beautiful creature I have ever created. So intelligent that she can figure out what you want before you want it, and so sensitive and caring that she will know your every mood and how to make you happy. She will be incomparably beautiful, and will unquestioningly care for your every need and desire. She will be the perfect companion for you," replies the heavenly voice. "Sounds great. But there is a price to pay, Adam. You will need to give up your right arm and leg." Adam ponders this for some time, with a look of deep thought and concern on his face. "That's pretty steep, Lord. What can I get for just a rib?"
Friday, August 7th. Another joke forward from Libsib. Trying to redeem himself, maybe? I don't know. Friday, August 7th. Email from Jill.
Hi. I just spent about an hour laughing at your homepage. Thanks for the link to the Weather Channel. Actually, I couldn't see most of the pictures because this computer is so slow. I'm at blank, it totally froze about halfway through your little nudity skit. I also couldn't hear any of the music because there is no sound card here. I hate blank. Anyway, I like it. Lots of pictures. What's with the smoke? Were you holding dry ice above your head in the lab? You're so cool. No, seriously, I don't have that kind of creativity to make a nifty webpage. Mine was so lame that I took it down as soon as the class was over for fear of eternal embarrassment. I ate toast today. I also ate toast yesterday. I think tomorrow I'm going to eat toast all day. XO. Okay, I better go do something useful. Of course, I still plan to stop by Sophie's later to mooch from her email again. Love. Jill.
Friday, August 7th. Email from Jill.
By the way, I noticed a small change in your interest from the old page to the new one. The new one didn't include women. Interesting. Love. Jill. XO.
Friday, August 7th. Email to Jill. Woo woo woo. Thanks for laughing at my homepage. I feel less insecure now. About the smoky pictures, Kevin and I were trying out this digital camera that doesn't require film, so we were messing around with dry ice and kept a few good pictures. And I put mine and his up in my homepage. Ain't it cool? Yeah, right. I would have liked to see yours too. Shame you took it down. Now you owe me two stories, your homepage story about OCD and also the explanation of your sister's German blonde's comment. Yeah, my new homepage doesn't include women in the interests section anymore. I suppose you think that means I'm not as hot for them as I used to be, but is that possible? Ack. Alright, I'll check my email again Monday for sure. Maybe I will go to the blank library over the weekend. I know, maybe I can call you up Saturday or Sunday morning. If it's getting too late tomorrow and you will be going to work soon, call me, i.e. wake me up, so I can return your call and feel toasty again. Roar. Mark. Sunday, August 9th. Email from Jill.
Hey. I'm leaving here to see you in 5 days. Sock 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 so. I'm so glad I have pictures of you now. One friend that was at my place the other day saw the picture of you holding Jacob and said, "Is he Spanish?" I thought that was pretty funny. I don't know if I would look at you and think that you were Spanish. I guess I'm just not good at telling nationality. The guy at Pro Staff the other day thought I was Welsh? Whatever. Okay, I better go. Love. Jill.
Photo of Kevin and I dressed up in costumes. Self-made using lab stuff. Planner week of August 10th. Work schedule written up. Tuesday, Dad takes Toyota for inspection. Joe and I were going to Bally's to work out on Tuesday and on Thursday. Friday, August 14th, Jill comes at around 9. Matchbox 20 at Star Lake with Jill. Sunday, played games and had dinner at Jill's. Monday, August 10th, email to Jill. Reading your email is the coolest. The few other emails I get are either dull or all to the point, but with you I can discuss things that really matter, like toast. I don't have enough pictures of you. Have you heard of The Cure? They have a song called Pictures of You. Well, I gotta go. My spin cycle is done and my cells are calling my name. I've taught them well. Here's a kiss for you. Mark. P.S. On the XO, which one is kiss and which one is hug? I could argue for both, but it seems X equals kiss and O equals hug. Monday, August 10th, email from Jill.
You're so wonderful. I'm sorry if I got a little case of paranoia last night. I just miss you a lot. I wish I was there now. And I do think we would always be on good terms. I can't imagine you doing any of the terrible things that they did. And you're the first person that I feel comfortable sharing my feelings with, as soon as I decipher them to myself, of course, so that's a big thing for me and I wouldn't want to lose that no matter what happened. I guess the really big difference from people that I've dated in the past is that we broke up for some really big reasons and I realized that they weren't even the kind of people that I would want to be my friend, let alone anything else. Wow, so you like poking around in people's teeth. I suppose that could be pretty fun. How do you feel about tons of little kids being scared to death of you? Actually, I never understood that. I was never afraid of the dentist, although I did resent my orthodontist for putting braces on for 2 years when my teeth were already straight. I'm really mad that other people called and recorded over that message from you. I actually listened to it several times just walking in and out of the room because your voice just went on forever. You can call my answering machine and talk about astronaut suits whenever you want. I think I'll eat some toast for lunch too. I can't wait to see your GQ haircut. Hugs and kisses. Love. Jill.
Monday, August 10th, email to Jill. Subject, huge soccer balls. That has to do with the t-shirt I'm wearing today, not with genitalia. I'm glad you feel that way about me. I do too about you. You're wonderfully amazing to me and I would hate to lose you under any circumstances. I feel I can talk to you about anything. Good luck with that new doctor too. Did I tell you, at Friday's costume contest there were several Star Trek costumes. These people were wearing black from head to toe, from long wigs through black leather outfits down to black boots, plus the gear. It was scorching that day, and Kevin and I thought we had it bad. We were dripping sweat, but those yahoos must have been really cooking. There was this guy wearing a magician's tuxedo and top hat, and he won a pair of tickets to London, unbelievable, just for dressing up. We got there late, so we had no chance. But I talked to the announcer, and after waiting for a while, he told us to follow him to the truck and gave us a pair of t-shirts real hush-hush. I felt I had to get something. Andres gave us a ride, and by the time he parked, we totally lost him. We ran into Joe afterwards, and he gave Kevin and I a ride back to work. Before we left, though, we drove around looking for Andres, but after a while, we ditched the poor fella. He called the lab, and I answered. He must have been pissed at us, but today we told him we'd take him out to lunch to make up for it. Ramble, ramble, ramble. Love and yours truly, Mark. XOXO. Monday, August 10th. Email from Jill.
Hi. I decided to go running and stop over at Sophie's place. She's at work, but her cat is keeping an eye on me. Do you know how gross it is when you're all sweaty and this little hairy animal wants to cuddle? Now I probably have cat hair stuck to me and poor Bailey needs a shower. Oh no! I hear some serious thunder. I better run back home before I get caught in a storm. Love you. Jill.
Monday, August 10th. Email to Jill. Subject, thunderstorms in Africa. Well, I got stuck at work a little later than usual, so I got all your cute emails. As far as weekend plans go, I called up the radio station because I haven't received the tickets yet, but they said I'd be getting them tomorrow or Wednesday in the mail. Yes, I don't know yet if my cousin is coming either. All I know for sure is that she would take a bus or train rather than fly. Now that's some useful information, sheesh. Also, if the weather is not brutal, we could go hiking at blank park, or if it's going to be as hellishly hot as it was here yesterday, then we should go indoor. We should do indoor activities out somewhere, like movies, grocery shopping, etc. We should do everyday routine things too, like grocery shopping, to see what it would be like to spend such time together. You know, you have a nice email sense of humor, so you'll serenade me through the window as I come up your walkway? Decent. I'm going to sit at my desk after cleaning out my room a little and do a short diagnostic tooth test and start studying. The plan is to set a schedule and short-term goals and do them. Talk to you soon. XO, Mark. P.S. Sometimes you make me purr like a cat, you know? Tuesday, August 11th. Email from Jill.
Hi. Well, here I am. It's 9:20 a.m. in Sophie and I have already been on a long walk. I think the grocery shopping idea would be fun. We could be like that commercial on TV where the people go shopping together to see if their eating/personal hygiene habits are compatible. They screwed up when it came to the toothpaste because SHE wanted whitening and he wanted tartar control. Oh. I'm sorry, but if you refuse to use my method, enter history. How's the studying coming? I sometimes have a hard time studying at home because I end up seeing stuff that needs to be done, like cleaning, and doing that instead. But the flip side of that is that you go to the library to study, but then run into a bunch of people that want to go eat chicken wings. That's fun too. I like it when you purr. Will you purr on my answering machine sometime? Can you do it at will or does it have to be spontaneous? I really wanted to call you last night, but I restrained myself. I guess I was just really jumpy all day. Snip, why does my life change daily? I can't wait to just have a stable routine again. Ellen called me late last night from that house that she's house-sitting. She was in the middle of practicing and all of the electricity went out and she was scared to death in that big old creaky house. So I talked to her until the lights came on. It was pretty funny because she was sitting there in the dark and was really surprised when the whole house suddenly lit back up. That would have been so great to have on video. Only 3 days left to a toasty reunion. I can't wait to see you. I'll try to remember to bring your clothes with me. And my camera. We have to work on taking more pictures because we have a great time and don't think about it, but then when you're not here I always wish I had them. Alright, I better go. Blah blah. Love. Jill.
Tuesday, August 11th. Email to Jill. Hey, I'm feeling the weight of the world a little. Don't know why. It's just a bit tired sort of mood. Blah. Maybe I need to eat something. Then again, sometimes I feel sort of electricity running through my chest and arms when I think of you. It's a nice jittery feel. Cool. Hi. Last night I missed you a lot. I wrote down some stuff to ask you I knew I'd forget if I hadn't written down. I remembered I never asked you what is your favorite color. Mine's always been blue, but others follow not too far away. I was reminded to ask you this when I thought of a time when I was telling Lou and Joe about you over lunch one day, and Lou asked me quiz-type questions. Okay, so what does she do? Where'd she go to college, etc. I was acing it up to there, then he goes, what's her favorite color? I said, that hasn't come up yet. Anyway, have you been in any traffic accidents? I have, in 2, none my fault. One I was in the passenger side. I will tell you about them sometime, just not now. I was pretty close to getting quite mangled in one. If you want to tape with mixed songs from funky DJ Mark here, then bring some of your CDs like City of Angels. If you don't mind mixing slow with fast, then also bring the Enya CD that has La Soñadora. Alright, I'm feeling hypoglycemic, that is fainty. Better eat toast. With you, Mark. Per. Tuesday, August 11th. Email to Joe. Duke, how about 4:30? Mark. Tuesday, August 11th. Email from Jill.
I get that same electric jittery feel when I think about you. Toasty. I wonder if we could arrange one of those weird movie plot deals where we think of each other at the same time and as we get that jolt we are all of a sudden transported together to some place in limbo where we can visit for a while. That would be cool. My favorite color. I think I would have to say purple. It's an exciting and regal sort of color. especially in combination with red. Actually, my favorite color combination is red, black and gold. Cool, huh? Yes, I have been in 2 very minor car accidents. Okay, it's Nani time. That's Ellen's favorite way to say she's going to sleep. It's kind of cute. I'll probably break down and call you tomorrow. Love. Jill.
Tuesday, August 11th. Email from Jill. Long, lovey-type emails trimmed up. Wednesday, August 12th. Email to Jill. Subject, toasty is the word. I have to warn you, this is a long message. Before you get bored, stop and do something else if you must. I don't want to bore you. I was thinking that... Wait, electricity is surging. Toasty reminds me of a Calvin and Hobbes strip where Hobbes, being a fuzzy tiger, says something about him being in bed under covers and he's all toasty. And Hobbes is drawn with a cozy smile, eyes closed and all furry, of course. So Calvin is bitching about having to go to school on a rainy day and Hobbes is bragging that he's all toasty. That cracks me up somehow. Joe and I went to Bally's yesterday. Brian from my lab gave me some guest passes, so we used mostly their free weights yesterday. Then the trainer showed us a plan with basic features like access to aerobics, etc. That is $32 a month. They have nice facilities, but I was kind of turned off by the meatheads there. What kind of goals do these people have? Sheesh. They seem the typical clubber mimbos, male bimbos. Same for the women, but some look nice. Not for you to worry, though. Did you speak to trainers? What did you say your goal is? Get buff? Masochism, ouch. Speaking of bitching, I'm okay now. I got over my hypoglycemia. I had some Snickers bars with Joe as we drove to Bally's. Then we had a big healthy dinner at home as we watched Richard Pryor do his stand-up act. He is one crazy motherfucker. Every sentence is F. He opens up by talking about effing. XO, Mark. Wednesday, August 12th. Email to Jill and to John of UF4. Long email to Jill. Email to John. Hi, John. I taped the Tarentum PA gig, and Tom asked me to send him a copy to his place in Medford, MA. Please ask him if he received it okay. You guys could get together and watch it, I suppose. Rock on. Thanks, Mark. Wednesday, August 12th. Email from John. Thanks, Mark. Will do. Thursday, August 13th. Email to Jill. Hi. Well, I'm glad I'm getting to see you this weekend. On Friday, you can come straight to my place if you wish to. The welcome mat will be there just for you. I'll put another imaginary one outside my bedroom door as well. That's my domain. 1:20 p.m. Now I have the computer all to myself for 5 minutes. Today I'm carrying out a procedure to identify cells. I am tagging cells that have a cell marker on them with antibodies. Then I'll give them to another lab that operates the flow cytometry machine, and they can give me the results. It was good to figure out this procedure by myself, since Scott is away this week. Hey, curiously, he's going to Rehoboth Beach. I even had one of our volunteers do a procedure for me because she had nothing to do today. It feels good to delegate tasks. Evil laughter. Some cells need me. OX, Mark. Thursday, August 13, email to Jill. Subject, hanging in there. Hi. Sheesh, what a day. I had a vial, but I lost track of it, so I couldn't get through the procedure I was telling you about. It was a vital antibody, so I will postpone the cell tagging thing until I find it. I spent 45 minutes looking for the damn vial. Ugh. Bitching aside, you have George Michael's faith. Do you have his group, Wham? That was another 80s band with George Michael and some other queer guy. Well, I'm off to meet Joe at the house, and then we're going to Bally's for another workout. I'll be looking nice for tomorrow. See you, Mark. Thursday, August 13th. Email from Jill. Hi. Cut short, lovey email. Friday, August 14th. Email to siblings. I hear Rosa couldn't afford the trip and that the Navy didn't let her go, so she's going back to Florida. Bummer. Dad's going to the Poconos, New York to help Denise move. He'll be there for almost a week, so he'll return Thursday. Mark. Friday, August 14th. Emails to Jill. Many of them cut short. Lovey, long emails. One to Lou. Subject, ¿qué pasa? Hey, Lok, what's new? Do you have plans for lunch? Want to get calf food today? So, I took Jill to the Matchbox 20 concert, and thanks to your advice, I managed to avoid the rush hour or the rush traffic. It's a bit tough to find the way back to the car, but we counted rows and we did fine. We had a nice weekend. I hung out with her Sunday morning and afternoon, and her mom made lasagna. Well, talk to you later, Mark. And that's about it for this one. Till you see me again, be well, everyone. Just 2:45 p.m.
Oh, hello there, little ones. Are you hungry? Here you go. Good kitties.
This has been awesome. I look forward to the next one, Dr. Dad Camp. Another great TDE episode for the ages. I'm in awe of how hard you worked to build this life for your kids. You really fought for us, didn't you? You're the real deal, Dr. Dad Camp. Your dad never gave up on the truth, and neither should you. He did all of this so you would know what integrity looks like. Ada 10-4, we're clear until you see us on the next adventure.